Well, welcome. This is an exciting project. This is a project that I love. And I'm so excited to say that my clients are coming here from LA this week. They're arriving on Friday night, and I'm really sorry I'm not going to get to see their first view, their first reaction to this stunning apartment. But as you'll see, we took what was, I think, a wreck in the 70s or 60s, or late 60s, and turned it into this gorgeous cloud in the sky gem on the 15th floor facing north and east, and actually a little bit of southern views. So let's take a look here in the living room. What we did is we renovated everything. We took down the walls. It was a pretty big footprint. We're talking about almost 2,000 square feet. And it has incredible views because there's no buildings in a landmark area right off of 62nd and Madison. There's no buildings that are going to obstruct them from the view. We went with, they're a very contemporary modern couple, so we went with very light floors. Everything's white, same baseboard, just different finishes, built-ins, all new mechanicals incorporating the building heat and air conditioning. Actually left the older windows, kind of retrofitted some of the existing soffits, but ripped open the doors so that we have actually, because they have kids from Canada that have their grandchildren, we kind of created a multi-purpose room here that, with these, my favorite German engineering here, the soft close pocket doors, allows us to give them privacy when they're over. And then this can become actually probably a guest room, television room, whatever they want to keep it as. But you can see from this point of view, and it's got a really nice flow, this hallway leads back to the front door. There are several big, deep closets here, huge closets in the hall. Decided not to get too crazy with built-ins here and just keep this more accessible. Again, these are our custom designed built-ins, so pure white Caesar stone countertops. Everything's removable to get at the units, but in keeping with the design direction here to stay modern, I think it's going to be quite stunning. And as we pan around, we've used very modern lighting from Dunn Studio, which I think help contrast the starkness of what's here. We're absolutely thrilled to see that we're going to have an 84-inch table here with the pass-through to the kitchen, which was actually always open. But we had to reconfigure some things, had trouble with the building electric. Obviously a big painting is going to cover that up so we don't have problems with it. But I think the expansiveness of this beautiful European white oak floor that's in a natural, well, it's been cerused and it's been stained, but it actually is an interlocking system that we had to put over floors that had asbestos underneath it. So we were thrilled that we were able to do this and keep it at the right height. We've got, all the through the wall television channeling built in so that we pop on their, televisions in each room and one in the bedroom. So we're ready to go, wired for entertainment. But let's take a look here in the kitchen and see what we can talk about. So what will be here when we finally get this photographed is a bench and their eat-in kitchen table, which again has these lovely windows everywhere. They're casement modern. We incorporated as much storage as we could with drawers and pantries and pull out drawers here that I think are very handy. Again, this is a pied-à-terre. This family lives in LA and come here often with their kids. One of the things that I think is so important is they cook. And I wasn't as familiar and absolutely love the Miele refrigerator. We have probably now a new convert. I just love this refrigerator. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's making ice cubes, so we're really excited. We had cover up, nasty electric. This is a whole problem with the building that we wanted to really change the way this is wired, but that required the fuse box to go on the other side and solve that whole problem with it. But again, a lot more storage and drawers. Love the London gray countertops. Again, our signature as often as I can. It's just so nice to have these microwave doors because they really are much more practical and usable from below. Another Miele item, the dishwasher, stunning lights. We just love everything that's been chosen here and working with them to make this happen. This was really a challenge here. We had plumbing that got in the way of us trying to work with everything, and our handmade tiles from Complete Tile, I think, have a lovely finish. We went inside the window here, changed the windowsills, have brought in our KWC faucet, Frankie, deep sinks, really deep sinks. This is probably more than 10 inches. I've been cleaning today. You know, our standard, you know, pull out garbage, although it's in the hall. And we've utilized the corner space. So we have a blind corner that wraps around this and a tall cabinet here. We've got shelves in there, but they can certainly take them out and use them for, you know, I don't know, trays and cutting boards and what have you. I like pulling in the lights, so we definitely have I think, a lovely touch here to keep this open and still have storage and not feel like we're so, you know, enclosed. Again, cooking storage on each side and this wonderful Zephyr hood. I think when you see it from the other side, it's a great statement because it's so modern and architecturally beautiful over, you know, the Wolf range. We've got to swap out the knobs. They're supposed to be black, but that's an easy fix. But let's go take a look now at the master bedroom. Oh, of course, we're in love with all the lights. The ceiling light is another example of a great LED. I think it's an LED fixture that's just really lovely and it fits with the whole modern style. But let's take a look at the master. We had some challenges here because the columns that were on the sides of the bed kind of got in the way. There was this kind of very ugly soffit, but there's a lot of beams here that we have to work with structurally because of just the location of this apartment in the line. So we created a wall behind the headboard which also has outlets for the little reading lamps and becomes kind of a nice shelf depending on what art and things they have. They might put here with downlighting, that's important, and switching on either side so that they can turn this off when they're ready to retire. My signature, again, all these removable panels for these through the wall heating and air conditioning units. And I think plenty of storage. I have this huge walk-in closet here. I always like having the master separated in a wing. Fortunately, this was here, but we have an enormous one, which I think eventually, when you walk in, one of the great features of this, and of course, this is just their, you know, home away from home in New York. It's nice to have something like that, and I doubt that we'll do anything more sophisticated than that in the closets because we just don't need to right now. Here, again, we put the wall television. We'll take more photos of this, but what I have in here is, I love our frameless, you know, Starfire glass doors, the typical cast iron 28-inch tub. It's a Kohler Soissons. We use the Newport brass. I think this is a Secant line, all in this satin, which is almost like a brush finish. You know, our Roburn, everything's just like perfect to the fractions of an inch here. We had recessed lights in here. We have a different lighting system in the other bathroom because we could afford the space. We had the space to put them in there, which I like. Our cubbies, you know, for storage. And this porcelain and pure white Caesar stone are really wonderful for, you know, our maintenance-free approach to baths. And radiant heat. We have, this is the new heat system that we just absolutely love. And then there's another storage behind the cabinet. And our signature, you know, pull-out doors that fit around the plumbing. So it's a spectacular little bathroom for a tiny space. I mean, you know, these are our normal 5x7 baths, but I think they're quite gorgeous. So let's take a look at the final bath in the hall, which was a shower. Always was a shower, and I think especially with guests, it's really nice to have a second wing. Big foyer closet when you come in, and in this closet we also have wired all of the entertainment, you know, kind of home entrance there in the corner, so their service provider will connect that to the router, and all the wiring should be connected to the TVs when they come. This, which is next week, this bathroom is also another little gem. We have our radiant heat floors. The shower, I think, is gorgeous. And we found that there was some sort of damage to the walls, so we had to, and I think it was just because it wasn't really done very well the first time. We were able to do 2 of the Roburn cabinets here, fortunately. The other, we had pipes in the wall in the other one, so we had trouble with that. We couldn't finish that there. And again, the same signature of, all our wraparound drawers. This is a little tight. Shouldn't be that tight, so I'm gonna have them come adjust that. But all in all, I think it's really stunning. Again, all of our new heat doors. But all in all, I think it's a stunning project. There's a big closet here in the hall, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to see them. All of them actually have the lighting. I think once you open the doors. It's probably on the wrong side in this one, but there it is. And this one has shelving built in as well. But I think we'll just say ciao for now, and we'll see you on the next.